move on to game number 4, because this is one of those that on paper you've got to find the value, and the value won't be far. You won't be looking too long. It's Atletico versus Granada. Well, Atletico at minus 330 is no good. Atletico to win by 2, you can't trust them at plus 100. Granada are plus 1,000, but Granada not to score in the game is minus 130, which tells you that Atletico to win to nil, is going to be around plus 100. Roman, I like Atletico win to nil. Granada don't score, but Granada minus 130, or against Atletico to win at minus 330. Put them together, you get plus 100.
Yeah, I mean, I think Atletico should, at the end of the day, win this game. They got a really tight win last weekend, right at the end, thanks to a penalty. They were pretty lucky, to be honest. They haven't been too good of late, despite that game against City, where in the second half, they played really well. They look like a really strong side, but they don't tend to play at that level, we could say, on a weekly basis in La Liga, unfortunately for them, and that's why they're struggling, to stay in those top 4 spots. And also to add to that, they're having a lot of little luck, we could say, with injuries, because now they've lost Joao Felix and Lemar. They're saying it could be for the rest of the season, and we'll see how those updates go, but it's not looking good for those two. And then also they have suspensions with Felipe, with Kondogbia, and Jimenez, who's still injured. So, I mean, that depth that Atletico bench usually had might not be available for this game, but still, they still have a pretty good 11. They should be capable of lining up to win the match. But the only doubt for me here is that Granada have already announced recently, just a few hours ago, a new manager, Aitor Karanka. Some of you might know him from the Premier League, Birmingham, Middlesbrough, etc. He's going to manage his first club as a first manager, we could say, here in La Liga, and he's going to try and, of course, motivate these guys, to at least get a draw. And we saw that, for example, Mallorca, they got a result against Atletico Madrid recently. Espanyol were about to get a result against them, so they're vulnerable. Atletico are vulnerable. You can get points, and despite playing at home and seeing how these late games have been going for Atletico, really struggling in that sense, I've decided to stay away. But I do understand that you'd want to go maybe for Atletico, because playing at home against Granada, who got thrashed the other day, should be a reason enough, we could say.
Yeah, I see that Granada are not going to be going on all guns blazing, because the one thing you don't want to do is open up against Atletico unless you are chasing the game. And listen, even if it's like 1-0, then I think Atletico to win at under 3.5, or Atletico win to nil. Pavlos.
Will the real Atletico Madrid defense please stand up? I mean, I'm tired of their defense this season. I mean, what is Cholo doing? I mean, okay, it's natural to concede against Espanyol, of course, but what are they doing? I'm confused about their defense. And Granada, they found ways to score against Atletico Madrid in recent years. I think they've only failed to score in 1 of their last 5. To be honest, this is one of the matches where I looked and then I just skipped. I said Atletico Granada, 2 seconds of thought, and then I just skipped it, because I genuinely see Granada scoring, to be honest. But hopefully they don't, because Atletico Madrid, their luck is gonna run out at some point, and if Granada take the lead here, they might, Atletico Madrid might not even win. They've had a lot of late match winners, like in 8th minute of stoppage time, 9th minute of stoppage time, 7th minute of stoppage time. So they can't keep doing that. I mean, if they can, it's fine, but it's not healthy for us bettors, and it's not healthy for the team, and it's not healthy for the coach or the players. So unless I see something from that Atletico Madrid defense, I'm kind of staying away. And with Granada being on a do or die situation, this was a match where I would either pick the underdog or nothing at all. So I thought it was safer for me, to pick nothing at all. But Atletico Madrid should at some point shape up their defense. I mean, if they have a couple of bad results, they might even play in the Conference League next season. So they should be really careful, and they don't need to score 4 goals. I mean, of course they can score 4 goals against Granada, but you don't need to score. Score just 1, stay at the back, 1-0, 2-0, and it's done. You don't need to be flashy. Now it's the point of the season where you need to be effective. So they need to shape up their defense sooner or later. And if they can't shape their defense up against Granada, then I'm sorry, I don't know what's going to happen. So big fat pass from me, but good luck if you have a play in this match.
Yep, I do have a play, as I've been alluding to. It's Atletico win to 0. Let's have a little look at the official picks, because I was going to stick this in the parlay, as Jojo's like, why didn't you stick it in the parlay? Well, because I thought it was good enough on its own. Atletico win to 0 plus 100 if this wins, and basically I have my parlay for free. That's what I was thinking. Or I have my parlay, I have this for free. So it's basically just adding units to our winning record and trying to get as close to 30 before we get to the end of the season.